What is up everyone, Barricade here, and I'm bringing you guys a quick Gears of War 4 discussion video. E3 was yesterday, and holy crap, this game looks freaking amazing. And honestly, the campaign trailer was just got me so hyped. It really did. I was really excited for just the multiplayer, but this actually really got me hyped for the campaign now. Just the way the game looks, the graphics, the environments, the weather effects, the swarm characters, and just everything about it just looked freaking amazing. Like, I'm so hyped for this game. The one thing I just want to say when it comes to the swarm themselves is the freaking juvies freak me out. I'm just gonna say that right now. They freak me out the way they just attack, like, all, in a pack. They sound like monkeys, and they just overall are freaking disturbing in my opinion overall. And then we see the normal standard drone characters, which are pretty much the same like the normal locusts, use guns and stuff, so they're not really too eerie or too different in my opinion. But the juvies themselves are actually freaking amazing. I really like the little bit of an eerie feeling that they give to you, that you're pretty much are getting, as they would call it, swarmed. And it's just really cool on that aspect. The one thing I really love is the fact that there's so much wind and elemental effects to the game. One thing that every other Gears of War game lacked after 2 is pretty much the whole weather thing. Like in Gears of War 1 we had the krill, and while they're technically not weather, they're still something you had to worry about at nighttime. In Gears of War 2 we got stuff like the razor hail and things like that. And Gears of War 3, we didn't really get anything like that at all. So it's kind of cool to get something back, that type of elemental feeling back to the game. And I really love how it has so much crazy effects. Like, we have like the part where JD's trying to shoot the buzzsaws at that thing, but the wind just literally takes them up flying in the sky. So they had to use like a drop shot in order to basically stop them. And then we got the other parts where they got to shoot things down, and when they do, it just sends pipes or just pieces of metal and other scrap flying through the sky and crushing enemies. And then the one thing that was really cool and really awesome to see was the lightning, basically the wind flares, I think they call them, where the lightning comes down from the sky and actually drags across the ground, killing everything it touches. So that was actually freaking awesome, and kind of gives a little bit more of an eerie feeling as well, because you're standing literally 2 feet from this lightning bolt that can destroy you, and you're just kind of like like just trying to get around it. So that's gonna be freaking awesome to see when the final game is out. One thing I really wanted to discuss though when it came to this trailer is, if you notice at the very end of it, Kate is talking to what I presume is the big swarm monster we saw that popped out. Either that or just maybe a normal swarm drone. She's talking to something face to face, and she's basically saying that, you're all connected, so broadcast this. We're coming for my mom, yada yada. And then she cusses it out. That's why I found out why the video cut out. If you look, check out my reaction video. I'll put it right here. Just check out my description as well for the reaction video. But I freak out because the audio cuts off when she talks, but it's because she actually cussed the freaking monster out, so they had to censor it when it was on E3. But actually I'll put a link in the description where it's not fully uncensored, but it's a little less censored, so you can actually fully understand what she says. I'll put a link in the description for that trailer. But yeah, she basically cusses it out and then curb stomps it. But the thing that was really interesting is what she said about the whole fact that they're connected, that they're pretty much sharing a hive mind. For those who don't understand what that is, pretty much with a few insect-like creatures, they share what is known as a hive mind, where they can actually sense what the other ones are feeling. They know what's happening. Basically, they are connected, as what Kate described it as. So that's what it pretty much sounded like, what she was stating, that they have that hive mind. So even though she was just talking to one of them, pretty much all of them are going to get that message that she's, that they're all coming to save Reyna, her mom, and she wanted the swarm character to broadcast it, as she put it. So that's actually really interesting. It makes me wonder, because the thing that's really interesting about the swarm is, like I said in my previous videos, they pretty much come from a creature called Snatchers. From what it sounded like, these Snatcher creatures, they look kind of almost like a mixture of a crab and a praying mantis. They pretty much capture people, put them in pods, and then that's what makes juvies. And then I've also theorized that they not only use people, they use dead locust bodies. So that's my other theory as well on top of it. But it's pretty much been stated that that's what the Snatchers do. They take people, put them in pods, and create juvies. And then the juvies evolve into drones. So the thing that's really crazy is, so what is this going on about then? So what are these Snatchers actually from? Do they pretty much kidnap people, create juvies, create these other monsters as well? Do they all come from the Snatchers? And then what creates the Snatchers? That's the other thing that's really interesting. Like, is there some kind of like really huge, gigantic parasitic creature out there birthing Snatchers, and then the Snatchers create other juvies and things like that? And then what if they capture other creatures besides humans and dead locusts? What if they capture dogs or something like that? It makes you wonder, you know, how many type of creatures they can infect, because that's pretty much what it's like. It's like an infection. So that's the thing that's actually really creepy and really interesting at the same time. And once a creature, a human, whatever, is transformed into a juvie, they share that hive mind with one another. So that's just one thing I really wanted to point out, that and kind of just give a little bit of an insight on, because that's really interesting and kind of creepy at the same time. The other thing I really wanted to discuss is the weapons that they showed in the trailer. We pretty much just saw the Lancer and the drop shot, pretty much everything we saw, like, and then a few other things like the catapult was actually pretty cool. It's kind of reminiscent of Gears of War 3. You even hear Dale state, you know, that thing's been dead for years. He says, well, they're trying to use it. And then JD's like, yeah, but I just want to see, you know, like if the bombs still work, I guess. I forgot the exact wording. But, you know, that's actually pretty interesting, because if you remember in Gears of War 3, they did have those catapult things. You know, they're the monster that would throw the bombs. Like, they would throw up the bombs, like at, I believe they used to throw them at Anvil Gate and stuff like that. So that was actually really cool, how they kind of had a little bit of reminiscent of the Locust in Gears of War 3 when they threw one of those dead catapult things nearby. And then the other thing that was really cool is the buzzkill. Obviously, the buzzkill is like the main weapon in this show, I guess, to showing off new weapons. It was really cool how you can basically shoot as many buzzsaws as you like, and it goes all over the place. They bounce, they ricochet, and it was pretty funny how he shoots it, and it hits the wall and just flies back right at him and hits him. It makes you realize, like, dude, if that was real life, he would be dead right now. Like, there's no way he could take a freaking buzzsaw like that straight to the chest and just be like, whatever. But it was cool how he shot it and it bounced off the corner and then killed the swarm character hiding in the back. And then he just started spraying them like crazy when the juvie characters started attacking him. And the only thing that was kind of annoying me, though, is I'm hoping this is just campaign, obviously, but it's like, damn, how many freaking saws are in that thing? Like, he shot so many saws, and he just keeps going and going and going, and he can reload and shoot more and more and more. It's like, I hope it's not like that in multiplayer, because that would just be wildly overpowered and horribly annoying to have someone shoot like 50 saws at you. Like, how do you even wall bounce that? That would just be annoying. I have a feeling, like, what I told my brother is I think that what they'll do is they'll probably have it to where it only has like 5 to 10 buzzsaws depending on how much damage it has, so you can just shoot 5 to 10 depending on that. But that's just my theory, but we'll go ahead and see when the final game comes out. And then at the very end of the trailer, we see that big ass monster that looks like a freaking Berserker, almost like a Berserker status thing, but almost like a crab. That's one thing my brother said that's kind of true. It looked kind of like a crab, the way it's kind of like hunched over, and the way its limbs look kind of like look like it would walk on its side or something all weird. But then, you know, we don't really see what happens afterwards. The one thing that was strange, if you really look at it, it has the same exact face like a normal drone, but it's just big. It's just big as hell. So it makes me wonder if it really is like a Berserker, like if it's the female version and the females just grow that big, or if it's just like a horribly mutated drone or just something like that. We'll just have to wait and see. And then obviously the awesome cherry on the top of this amazing trailer was seeing Marcus as a super old man. And I really hope they actually make him playable in multiplayer, because they had Adam Phoenix. So I mean, if they can have an old fart like Adam Phoenix in the multiplayer, why not have old Marcus? Like, they got to. And the thing that's kind of funny is when it comes to multiplayer and everything, when I'm 25 and I play Gears of War a lot. My older brother Joey plays as Marcus, and he's 36, so he's kind of an older guy. So we always joke around and make fun of him and tell him that he's an old man because he's 36 and he still plays video games. Can't really judge him though, seeing as he works over 60 plus hours a week and he makes good money. So, but it's just something we always like to talk shit to him and be like, oh, you're an old man. And then now that we see old man Marcus, we always joke around and we're saying now that, oh good, Joey, now you can play as old man Marcus since you're an old man. It's fitting. It's more fitting for you. So that's just one thing that we actually say now. So it's actually going to be perfect for him. So, but anyways, guys, this trailer was freaking awesome. Got me hyped. I cannot wait for Gears of War 4's campaign. And we also got a announcement of Horde mode, which is going to be freaking sick. I cannot wait for that. I'm going to be posting another video discussing that probably tomorrow or something. We'll see. But anyways, guys, if you guys like this video, please definitely hit that like button, subscribe, and tell me what you guys thought about the Gears of War 4 E3 2016 trailer. It got me hyped and I cannot wait. But anyways, guys, thanks for watching and take it easy.
Thanks for watching this video. If you want to see my most recent Gears of War video, hit that link on the left. If you want to see my most recent Dragon Ball video, hit that link on the right. Thanks for watching, guys.